Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our podcast series. Today we'll be conducting an interview with our Sharia scholar who's a member of our Sharia board, Mufti Ibrahim Essa. He's a very prominent scholar in the world of Islamic banking. A brief introduction about him. He is a graduate of Darul Uloom Karachi, student of Mufti Taqi Usmani Saab, and serves on the Sharia boards of various Islamic banks and financial institutions throughout the world in the USA, Central Asia, Turkey, Australia, etc. So we are very honored to have Mufti Ibrahim Saab with us, who has taken out his valuable time to be with us and answer some very practical issues that deal with Islamic finance and investments. Welcome to the show, Mufti Ibrahim Saab. How are you doing today?
Walaikum salam. Alhamdulillah, I am fine, and thank you so much to invite me in this show. Thank you.
It is my pleasure, sir. So, Mufti Ibrahim Saab, one of the the topic of today's interview is relating to shares, the stock market, is specifically the issue of selling shares on an intraday basis or before they are actually are delivered to the account of the purchaser of the shares. So there is a conflicting opinion about this, but we have an opinion that the shares can only be sold once they are in the possession, they come to the depository account of the buyer. So why is that? What is the Sharia basis for this?
So, thank you so much. This is very important question when we invest in the Sharia compliant share, and we wanted to earn capital gain, or what we wanted to sell the same share. So it is the requirement of Sharia to take the possession, and possession and delivery comes after settlement and not before settlement. That is why intraday transaction is not allowed. So it is very clear ruling from Sharia scholars that you have to sell your share after settlement and not before settlement. So why this is the ruling, and what is the logic behind this? So I can tell you, actually, according to Sharia, you have to take the possession. When you purchase any item, you cannot sell until you have to take the possession, physical or constructive. Except for the land, you can sell the land without taking possession. All other things, if when any buyer purchases, then buyer has to take the possession of that item to sell forward. But when we see the stock market and capital market, so it comes to know that after delivery, after settlement, after T plus 1 or T plus 2, whatever the practice is there.
In that
So
market?
after settlement, yes, after settlement, the risk and reward transfers and not before. It is said commonly that risk and reward is transferred to the buyer when buyer purchases the item. Therefore, the intraday transaction should be allowed. But I can tell you, when we discussed and when we studied the rules and regulations of the capital market and stock market, so we came to know that the risk that capital market people and brokers they are saying, so this is the risk of profit. And risk of profit, it does not mean the risk of underlying assets of the company. So they say that if price risk is there, and if you purchase any share, so if the price increases and decreases, so you have this risk. So Sharia does not talk about the price risk. Sharia does not talk about the risk of the price of the share. Risk of price of share. For example, if you buy any car and you don't take the possession and delivery, and if the car value increases or car value decreases, so this is the buyer risk. But it does not mean that you can sell the car before the delivery. You have to take the delivery of the car and then you can sell.
Right.
So similarly, risk and reward does not transfer. It means that the risk of underlying assets of the company does not transfer. So that is why Sharia scholars have given the opinion that intraday transaction, intraday sale purchase is not allowed, capital gain against the intraday transaction is not allowed, and we have to avoid this transaction.
Jazakallah, Mufti Saab. I think you have explained it in very much detail, very clearly. So that's why the common argument that people say is that once you buy the share, if the price goes down or up, this is the thing. But you have explained it from the Sharia basis that the price risk is not what is actually the issue here. It has to come in your position, which is the standard position in Sharia. So I hope viewers you found this short video very insightful. This very key question that has been answered by Mufti Ibrahim, and hope you will share this video with those who would also find it useful, and do subscribe to our channel, and we hope to be bringing you many such insightful topics both in the form of interviews and podcasts going forward. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.